Hey guys, today I'm going to be taking this round cake and turning it into a heart-shaped cake. But before I start carving, I need to level it, add filling, crumb coat it, and let it get cold in the refrigerator before I carve. It's just easier to carve a cake that way. I like to tort my cake layers. Torting is where you take a cake layer and you slice it horizontally. That way you end up with 4 layers of cake and 3 layers of filling. If you're using a runny kind of filling, like I am here, you need to make a buttercream dam around the edge to keep the filling from oozing out. As you're filling your layers, remember not to put the filling too thick. You certainly don't want it above the dam. If you do that and you put it really thick, your layers are going to slide on each other. It's going to lead to bulging on the cake. It's all kinds of bad things happen. So make sure you keep that filling below the top of the dam. Okay, what we're looking at here is a diagram I made to show you how to cut a circle into the shape of a heart. Pretend the circle is the top of the cake where we have lightly marked the cake into 4 equal parts. It'll be easier when you see me do it. See, I'm marking it, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to cut where those 2 lines meet. And then I'll take that cutting and I'll put it up at the top so we don't actually lose any servings doing it this way. So we'll cut it, that forms the point in the heart, and then we'll take the cuttings, put it at the top. Now of course you're going to have to do a lot of, I'll have to add buttercream and stuff to get them to stick. And here I make a little cut for the top of the heart. I go back and I cut it more because that wasn't enough. But as you'll see, we have to add buttercream crumb coat again to go over everything. Make sure you crumb coat the sides really well because you don't want that oozing out the filling on those sides that were just cut. But we go over it and you can see it's starting to take the shape of a heart. Now I'm just tidying up some little spots, and here I'm going back and I'm cutting that V shape to be more pronounced. And I'm taking that cuttings and I'm mixing it with my crumb coat, my thin icing, and that becomes spackling. And cake spackling is wonderful. You can use it to fill in holes. If you just used straight buttercream, sometimes the buttercream won't hold or it'll sink in, but if you use cake crumbs with the buttercream, it just holds solid, and it makes a really good base. There are some people that will actually crumb coat their entire cakes in spackling. I never go to that extreme, but I do use spackling when I'm carving. It just makes a nice strong surface. Spackling is just wonderful. Say you accidentally carve too much off of a cake, or your cake stuck in the cake pan and now the side is, got a big hole in it or something. Spackling will fix that and nobody will ever know. And so I never throw away my cake crumbs, where you level the top of the cake. I always hang on to those until I am completely done decorating, because you never know when you might need them. Here I'm using the Viva, that's the brand name, paper towel method to smooth the cake out, and I use a fondant smoother to do it. That's the beauty of crusting buttercream. You can smooth it this way. It makes it just as smooth as fondant, really. Make sure you use Viva paper towel, or a paper towel that doesn't have a pattern to it. A lot of paper towels have a pattern to them, so you can't use them. Here I'm adding a row of edible pearls using tweezers. That was fun. This design is not mine. A customer sent me a picture and said, I want this exact cake. So I don't know who the original person was. Now I added a bottom shell border with a tip 21 And here I'm coming in and doing an identical shell around the top. Check out my other videos. I have videos on how to make a shell border, on how to make crusting buttercream, how to crumb coat a cake, and so on. I'll leave links for those videos in the description box down below. And if you haven't hit that subscribe button, please hit the subscribe button to support my channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Now here I've gone in with a tip 2 and just buttercream, and I'm just eyeballing, making little dots to make work. And here it is, all done. I think it turned out pretty. The customer was thrilled with it. And thanks for watching, everyone. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.